We watched Bewitched, a movie about a witch who falls in love with absolutely any mortal man simply because he is human. We are In Defense of Bad Movies. Hey everybody, Sam here, along with Laura King.
Hey, how's it going?
Loren Bowen.
Hi there.
And Bobby Mattern.
Hello.
To answer your question, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good, except this movie is so bad.
Oh yeah, we watched Bewitched, a movie that was it a remake of the old TV show?
No, not at all. It was trying to imagine something different.
Much the way adaptation was
about. It was a documentary about the remake of this show.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, let's do Laura's 15 second movie.
I think 15 seconds is generous.
I think 20 seconds might be good.
You got the timer?
Because there's like a ton of plot going on in this one.
I feel that you sir.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know how to do seconds. I only do minutes.
Oh gosh. Wait, didn't you watch that Cookie Monster commercial? Just tell Siri to set the alarm for 20.
Yeah, okay.
Do this? All right.
Yeah.
And go.
Okay. It's just a really bad movie. Nicole Kidman is really bad, and so is Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is like in another movie the whole time, and they try to remake Bewitched, which they can't because it's a classic.
Stop saying all those horrible things.
That succinctly described the plot.
It is a classic. Did you watch it when you were a wee lass?
Yes, sometimes. Yes.
How about you guys?
Not regularly,
just
but
a little bit.
Yeah.
I know I did watch it. I'm trying to remember in what format, because when I became older and more aware, I feel like it wasn't available. But I remember really liking the animated opening as a child.
I would watch it on Nick at Night as a child, and it was on it at 9, which was past my bedtime. But I Dream of Jeannie was on at 8:30, so I'd watch I Dream of Jeannie, and if I could finagle another half hour, I'd watch Bewitched.
That's a shame. See, I do remember watching Bewitched, and then I Dream of Jeannie would start, and after her animated opening, stop, because that was a terrible show.
I remember watching Bewitched on Channel 13, and then later moved to Nick at Night. Nick at Night was interesting because on Channel 13 they only showed the color episodes. And so at Nick at Night, there was just all these new episodes open to my viewing, whatever. And I had a huge crush on Elizabeth Montgomery.
She is pretty gorgeous.
Yeah.
I really love Nick at Night for giving our generation knowledge of shows we should not have knowledge of. Like, if it weren't for that, we would not know about Dobie Gillis or My Three Sons or all these things that should have been forgotten.
More.
I watched the shit out of the Monsters.
Yeah.
I watched that on regular TV, though, before Nick at Night.
Okay.
I love
whatever, Sam. That's fine.
I'm just saying I'm old. That's all. That's the only thing I'm admitting.
You saw that live. You saw that first year.
Yeah. I was actually in the writing room when they were writing that show. So, but anyway, so who wants to get into what the movie really is about?
You guys.
Okay.
Nicole Kidman.
Oh yeah, Lauren's defending this.
Yes.
Now I'm done. Now that's all. Immediately, you guys are going to dispute Nicole Kidman?
No. I think we were going to add the same thing. Was that this is Lauren's movie defending it? So go to it.
She's a witch, but she's sick of the life she has a witch. Everything coming easy to her, never having a real relationship, just feeling like she's missing out on life. So she's going to quit it and going to try to live as a human for a while to really experience life.
That's why throughout the whole movie she just snaps her fingers and everything comes to her.
Because she's a witch.
Yeah,
she's an addict.
That's
she's an addict. She doesn't stop. She acts like she's
and
going
also,
to.
Because how hard would it be to stop that? That's a journey.
Does she get a real relationship? She falls in love with the first mortal guy she sees,
but she says,
because he sweats.
No, because she says that she wants someone complicated and messy and terrible. Because all the warlocks she's been dating,
she wants a douchebag, which is what she gets.
She wants a project boyfriend, is what she wants. Really,
that is actually.
It might be because Jessica Jones is in my such recent memory. That first scene where she just commandeers a house felt very Kilgravy. It was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna buy this house from you, whether or not you like it.
Well, the real estate agent wasn't there because there was no for sale sign, right? Like, she adds the for sale sign.
Yeah, she does. She walks up and tells the owner, this is how it's going to be.
Okay, I see. The owner. Okay, gotcha.
Was that? I thought there was an agent.
I thought it was an agent, too.
It felt like an agent.
She puts the sign there. Did she materialize the agent?
Okay, I think this, they make it seem like really simple magic. Like, there was this house, then all of a sudden there's a for sale sign, and all of a sudden there's this.
So she can just create life.
But yeah, I mean, that's what's so interesting is that the magic is actually much more complicated because she had to kick the owners out. She had to furnish the place. She had to do all these things.
And it's a perfect house, right? It's
such a pretty house.
It is
I don't think she can create life. I think she can summon it. Like, maybe the house was on sale, but it was still being cleaned up. And so, like, she immediately made it for rent, ready today, summoned the proper realtor from wherever she was, and, like, got things expedited.
Just, like, transported her there. Yeah. Here you go.
Why'd she do it for rent?
I don't think she can.
Why wouldn't she do it for sale and then she owns it?
But she doesn't have to pay for it.
Well, she wouldn't have to pay for it anyway.
So the rent point is moot. I think in her mind, she knows that rent is a thing that normal people pay.
Okay.
So she wants to have something that's for rent, even though she states that she does not pay any money for it like a normal person.
So
yeah. So that was a movie, and it's
at the same time.
My brain is going to have to recover for most of the rest of this episode.
Is a high power actor who's fallen on hard times, had some major flops. They're remaking Bewitched, and he's been tapped to star as Darren. And in a move to try to, like, get some, star credit, he wants an unknown as Samantha. And he runs into Nicole Kidman on the street, who has a nose itch that looks exactly like the Samantha twitch. And the movie commences.
And this is like a remake of Bewitched that, I mean, just basically looks, I mean, like, in the way that, like, the remake of Psycho was basically just, let's do Psycho again with new actors. Bewitched is just, let's do Bewitched again with new actors.
And they made a big point to say that it was being retooled too. It was a scene for scene remake. Mm-hmm. Maybe they cut all of Samantha's dialogue. Maybe that was the only retooling, which would make the script incomprehensible.
It's going to be a terrible show under their plan.
Oh yeah, this is 100% a horrible show.
But that's why Isabel is there to save them all, not just to save Will Ferrell from himself, but to save the show.
And also, it should be noted, I mean, I don't know if we want to get into it now, like, Isabella is a witch who is not Samantha, but then also characters from Bewitched are also in the movie.
Yeah.
Not played by other actors. Even though some of them are played by other actors.
It makes sense with Uncle Arthur because that's apparently...
Does it make sense?
I don't think
it's
so.
apparently in Darren's...
Now, I've broken this down a bit. I feel it's a little... That part is vague. And so I'm imagining, while they cannot create life, perhaps, like, their subconsciouses can generate something. So when Isabel's having a major life crisis, she somehow, her subconscious that's been watching Bewitched a lot, created an Aunt Clara to come help them out.
That was bonkers.
And meanwhile, I think that maybe Uncle Arthur, when he visits Will Ferrell at the end to send him on the right path and get him to Isabel to, like, confess his love, I think that might have been Michael Caine disguised as Uncle Arthur. Yeah, blowing your mind.
No,
that's what happens.
You were taking a next level look
at
this
what happened.
You have given this movie more thought than anyone involved with the project.
I'm giving it a Shakespearean analysis and trying to apply logic to it to make it work in the real world.
That did feel maybe like the initial idea was to have it more like, here's Samantha. Or not, here's Isabella. They're like...
It's Isabel.
Isabel. They're playing these characters on TV. And then, like, studio notes were like, but what about the other characters from the sitcom who didn't make it in? Well, let's just fucking throw them in without any regard. Yeah, the neighbors are there too. Like, it's just... But that felt so... Because you can take scissors and cut them out, basically. Like, it's not hard to write any of them out of the script.
In fact, Isabel did. She rewound to before Clara got there and said, like, this part of the movie never happened.
But that was an important journey for Isabel, wasn't it? To realize that she doesn't want it that way. Even if she gets everything she wanted using her magic, it's not real. That's not what she wants.
And then for the rest of the movie, she does not use her magic to get anything she wants.
Was she even using her magic? That was so weird because... If what you say is true, that it was some subconscious thing where she created Aunt Clara, then Aunt Clara did the magic. Ah, God, this was baffling.
And everything did happen, like the exact... I mean, like, that wasn't a dream sequence because we actually like go through it and then we relive like the alternate course of that day and everything falls into place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, see, the movie is really bad.
Yeah, it's complicated, isn't it?
It's not that complicated.
This movie might be amazing. I'm unpacking a lot.
If you're it's Nora Ephron. I mean, give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm really trying. This episode's brought to you by Advil. Because I need some.
Yeah, the movie is not very good, everyone. It starts off, I would say, like, the first half is, like, semi-entertaining. It's, like, very light. And then once you get, like, halfway in, I think that's the rewounding part where she just, like, decides that she doesn't like the course with the magic. It just goes, like, askew. Like, I was just like, this is not, I don't know. I think it's, like, tonally, it has problems with the tone of the movie. There's, like, it doesn't feel real, like, nothing, which, I mean, I guess you could argue that it's not supposed to feel real, but, I mean, yeah, no, they all feel like they're in different movies.
Up until 5 minutes ago, I thought it was a documentary, so.
Yeah.
No, it's a magical fantasy.
Oh, okay.
But, the movie, yeah. And then the ending really is just like, oh my gosh,
the ending. Would you want to talk about the ending?
Oh, you guys hate a happy ending where two people come together and
who don't really fit together? Yeah. No,
but they do. Remember the adorable date they have when they both, like, calm down and are themselves and they just go and they dance around the studio and they're adorable.
I didn't think that was that cute.
Oh, I thought it was super cute. Will Ferrell was in, like, another movie. Super cute. I love Will Ferrell in that scene. It's like, I agree that, like, a lot of the movies, like, Will Ferrell, be, like, wacky for this movie, and they need more times where he tones down. I think it was a situation of, like, no, wackier equals funnier. Like, so the few moments when he is able to tone down like that, it's like, yeah, that's so fun to see. I love when he's, like, calm leading man.
Can I ask, what kind of an actor? I want to know his backstory as an actor. Because I kind of felt like it was, like he was a serious actor, but all the movies that she was flipping through were
hilariously
wacky.
broad.
Yeah,
like
wacky
even the war movie.
But genre pieces too, not just a regular comedy, but like big, ambitious comedy things.
I feel like we were meant to perhaps laugh at those, but it was in the middle of like a serious scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are... In their world, I think they were intended to be serious films.
Oh,
but for us as the audience, they're supposed to be humorous to us.
Because he was doing his stupid looks, too.
Yeah. But I think the suggestion is, like, look how serious.
I do agree that Will Ferrell, on the whole, was, like, a little too broad for the part he was playing. But the part where he goes broadest, when he, like, figures out she's a witch and, like, has a total meltdown, like, I actually laughed. I thought that was pretty funny.
Because I really like Will Ferrell. I think he's incredibly funny.
And I think
that... Yeah, he's a good actor. Yeah. I just don't think he was right for this part.
I think he could have been. I think it was misdirected in those moments. Like, he should have been given more opportunity to be a more normal person. I think it really was a, Will Ferrell, just go crazy. And whatever we get, Will Ferrell.
I think that his role, you have to have someone who's like a more serious actor, like get someone who usually does serious roles and then kind of shows like their comedic chops. That way you can kind of buy them as like this better actor, like whereas Will Ferrell is known for his comedy. So already you're like,
I could have bought him as a legitimate actor if in those movies he was being a legitimate actor, but he wasn't. He was mugging and
I actually don't know if I can buy into the initial premise that like Will Ferrell is an A-lister in like the way that like Hollywood's leading men are.
And like, you can just tell the whole studio like this is the direction it's going to go.
Well, I imagine for a person, it is certainly funny that he can have so much clout when like his career is on the edge of failing. But the way I tried to mention it is like he came up in comedy. And so that's sort of why he's got those chops and became like a really strong comedy actor and then started branching out into the serious stuff and trying to make it as a legit actor. And then...
I'm okay with him because he is kind of, at this point, this is before TV's renaissance, so he is kind of slumming it. And the show, I could see them wanting a big name, even if he has had a couple duds lately. He's still a pretty big name, it seems like. So I'm actually okay with that. I've got a cat on my shoulder.
Who's trying to negotiate
what does that mean?
Chair top.
What does this have to do with the movie?
I've never heard that expression, Sam.
means I didn't care for the movie.
Like a witch has a cat by her side at all times.
Yeah, my familiar is on my shoulder here.
Are you a witch?
What? No.
But his nose is doing that little thing, twitchy thing.
Guys, Isabel's straight up stupid, right?
No.
She's
When they're doing the script read, there's at one point where it's obviously a script read. And yet it's he's like, yeah, and then we're going to be this TV couple, and she's like, we're going to be a couple, and like she totally buys into like. She likes
the idea of that. Like she gets even if she doesn't
pretend. And then there's a scene where someone I don't know who she is, but the one from Miss Congeniality, Heather Burns is like she calls
the assistant.
Yeah, she's a short hair. She has a short hair.
Script girl, maybe?
Yeah, script girl, and she calls Will Ferrell's character Dick, and then Isabel goes, Dick.
She's never heard that term applied in a slang way. Because she's lived in the witch world all this time.
That would have been a good opportunity, to point out that Dick Sargent and Dick York played the two Darrens on the original series.
Remember, imagine as if she was like a really sheltered wizard coming into the Muggle world. I know, but then
she knew about houses, she knew about everything.
She doesn't, though.
How to
She'd never opened a soda can before.
I don't know. She knew how to negotiate.
She didn't realize money existed. She's figured out. She's watched TV now.
I don't know. It's like they wanted her to like know everything, but then not know everything. Like they couldn't figure out what she knew.
Like she didn't know that she would need money and stuff, but she knew where to slide her card.
Right. Exactly. She knew where to get. She knew to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. She knew to get
it's called Bed Bath & Beyond. She knows she needs stuff for her bed. She needs stuff for her bath.
At the grocery store, she only bought Cool Whip.
Could be anything.
I would not put it past this movie to show a shot of her too outside going Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be in the like outtakes.
There was a ridiculous product placement name drop. I forget what it was.
Cool Whip?
Yeah, she does have a cart filled with Cool Whip.
Yeah.
But there's one where someone goes like, it's just me and insert product name here. And I don't remember what it was because I didn't take notes. But
I don't remember that.
I'm sorry.
I don't doubt you, but I don't remember.
But I mean, I don't know. To be fair, like I'm thinking of other movies, like other fish out of water movies that I like. Like, is she any, like I'm even thinking like Buddy and Elf or like Amy Adams in Enchanted. I don't know that she's like any stupider than those characters. And I don't know that we log those characters away as stupid as much as we log them away as naive. Like, I'm willing to.
I thought she was pretty stupid. Just during that, there was a part in that script read where
because she was excited at the idea of being able to like be near him and
it's
with
like
him all
they
the
needed
time.
to balance it a little bit more, like in either direction. Like, if they were going to make her like naive, then they needed to make her a little bit more naive, and if they wanted to make her a little stupider, like they needed to give her a little bit more like, I'm not sure. Like they couldn't decide. It was that problem of like
the naive thing does feel like it's dropped pretty quickly, and she
it is. She knows how to rewind everything really fast. She knows that.
That's a witch move. That's not. They just happen.
But she knows like she understands enough about her interactions with Jack, Will Ferrell's character, like that she doesn't like the way it's going because he's just puppy dogging her, when it's like
because she's
all
emotionally
over her.
Intelligent. She just doesn't know our world.
But I don't know if it's like. But then at that point they drop that, So it's like she's emotionally intelligent at that point, but before she's like,
she's new to these experiences. Like the first thing she says when she's coming into the world to her awesome father Michael Caine is, she wants to experience things. She wants to fall in love, and she's like, "What do you think that's like?" Because she's never known that.
She's never really had that with anyone. World. Like, I want to go into a witch world. Like, where are they? They in
go to Universal Studios?
Are they in another? Are they on another planet?
That is a really good point. That was true in the old series too, where I'm like, they apparently live in this nether realm that I would love to see it.
Yeah, I would like to see it.
Is that really a thing? There's a different plane on which they exist?
It does feel like that, yeah, because, it seems like Endora was always just disgusted with anything human, so that means she had to be somewhere, right?
Yeah, they're always in Diagon Alley, and they're,
maybe
living their own lives.
But I would like to have seen that, which is, again, my critique with the show, too.
And the movie for all its messiness and they've been trying to do the Bewitched remake for so long.
They've
been going back in the 90s, and they had lots of different people attached to it and different concepts for it. For the longest time, it was just going to be the show remade. And so I think they did put in effort, whether good or ill, to try to call back to and make you feel like you were, they were honoring the original show. So stuff like that. Like not explaining the witch world and like.
Do you think that's what that was? Was a nod to the show, to the series?
I mean, but like,
I feel like the answer is no.
Yeah, I think it's just the
but like not adding anything to it, like
the
not,
writers.
Okay.
Like, you know, in the show we never saw where witches went at night, so like now in the movie we're gonna do it. Like, I feel like they didn't want to change any of the rules of the original show in that way,
or the original script when they were reshooting this.
Well, that too.
I feel like a big problem, I would say the biggest problem with this movie is that there aren't any rules with the magic. Like, it really feels like the magic's just being made up as it's going. And I like, there doesn't need to be like a big text before they start in on this movie, like explaining all the rules of the magic, but there needs to be like some consistency, and shit just gets bonkers. Like, it's just, it doesn't, there's no consistency with like the magic rules throughout the movie.
Were there rules on the show though? I feel like
I don't really remember.
you could probably argue that if you're going with like 60s logic of like
but
anything
also,
we think of.
I have to say too, like, that would work in the 60s where you can just use something as a punchline, but in this one, like, you have to have a permit to carry a poison apple when she's doing all these hexes and other things. It's like,
well, they're not.
I mean, that was
dangerous.
just a punchline. The poison apple. I don't know, and like, I took it as like a real. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but
it takes a permit to carry a gun in our world, but you can physically or emotionally hurt
but it
people
seems
all
like you could just tug your ear and you've got a poison apple.
But you need a permit for that.
How would that be enforced?
The Ministry of Magic.
Well, no.
or its American equivalent.
Yeah, that was a big problem.
Because it seems like they can tell when other witches are doing magic. Like, her father always shows up whenever she breaks the rules and does a spell. So clearly there's some way of tracking what magic people are doing.
Not when her aunt came over, Aunt Clara.
Her real or not real Aunt Clara.
She might not even be real.
That part was weird.
That was really weird.
I grant that, absolutely.
That could have just been a fever dream. We could have just missed the part where she like licked a magical frog right beforehand.
Can we talk about Shirley MacLaine's character? Who's so...
Let's.
Okay.
Let's do it.
She plays Endora on the show, so she's both... But there's like kind of some allusion to the fact that she actually might be a witch. But she's straight
Wait,
up
you mean
a
when
witch.
she casts a spell?
I think the movie answers that one pretty definitively.
When?
There was one
When
point.
she casts a spell.
Did I miss that?
She does it on. I was going to say Maurice, Isabel's father.
But
I'm sorry. I'm not on her father.
All the women around her.
Yeah.
That's why the women keep saying things
but
like...
he just says that. He's like, I don't know. I think that she might...
But we saw her, like, behind
she did
He's hitting on like a girl and then she's
I
like,
missed that. I must have
She did
been-
her version of the nose twitch.
Oh, okay.
You were asleep at that point.
Yeah, probably. No, I rewatched it, but I guess I missed that.
She's casting spells on all the young ladies that he's hitting on to
That was
prove that
actually-
they won't be a satisfying relationship.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, right?
And I think Shirley MacLaine was terrific as Endora.
Yeah, no, she
think
was
she
fine.
did.
She was fine. It was that character was kind of odd. Like,
In fact, I think a lot of the supporting cast
It's a
did
great
a very
cast.
good job.
And that's, I think, a good argument for it.
no, I don't actually like Nicole Kidman very much.
Oh, I love Nicole Kidman. And I mean,
love
all the
Nicole
supporting
Kidman,
people.
too.
You don't like Nicole Kidman?
No, I do. I love
Okay.
her. Yeah.
And I really like her in this. And by me even,
And in
like
I
all
thought
your...
she was a little plain. Like, I don't know. I think that you
she's
could have had someone
adorable
who was
and endearing.
I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about
hair's
her in this one.
amazing.
She's vapid.
What? No, she's not.
No, yeah, I don't know. I think that there's...
She's flighty.
Yeah.
And she's
not
so breathy. And
Oh, yeah,
She's
very
very
breathy.
breathy.
But
I like
it
it.
works.
But
like-
Kristen Chenoweth is also like...
you watch
It's
your damn
incredible.
mouth.
She is
Wait,
perfect.
she's wasted.
This
in
part
movie.
was, well, okay, we all know she could do more, but she
There could always
brings
be more
so
her,
much
yeah.
to every little line that she is given.
She's great.
Yeah.
I loved her a lot in this movie.
like I said, a lot of the supporting cast. I liked Steve Carell as Uncle Arthur. It wasn't a dead-on Uncle Arthur impression or Paul Lynde
But
impression.
that
but it
like
was
whole
good.
scene with Uncle Arthur.
He was fine, but yeah, the whole time
Weird.
I could really
We're
do
glad
without
you're
the
here,
scene. Yeah.
but we're very confused.
What the hell is going on? Yeah. Even, I don't know who the actor is, but Aunt Clara, she was good.
Carrie L. Shelley, who was also in the original cast of Wicked.
I think I was going to say she was also in the original Bewitched.
That's right. She was a baby.
But this movie is loaded with cameos too.
Oh, Stephen Colbert has a big role.
Yeah, he has a big
And this was prior to his show, but
yeah,
still.
yeah,
But it's during Daily
But it's
Show.
still a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But you have Maraca, you have, what's her name? Strangers with Candy,
Amy Sedaris, and Richard
Kind, a teeny type.
Bing bong.
And then a totally, Ed McMahon. Yeah. How was the point of his cameo?
I mean, to tell Nicole Kidman that she needs
you have Ed McMahon use him, I guess.
To be in a fake commercial that he has never been, like it had nothing to do with Publishers Clearinghouse or anything he's actually been in. Does he have commercials where he just says, hey you, get a job? Which they actually should have some of those on daytime TV.
They do. It's all called DeVry and Dental College.
I just like the idea of a 5-second spot of some celebrity going, hey, you, sitting on your ass. Get a job. Now, 1-800-GENERAL-NOW.
And she listened. She went to get a job. Mm-hmm. And that, therefore, led to our story.
Do you think Ed McMahon's a witch? And he,
But she actually didn't get a job. She went to a bookstore and Will Ferrell found her.
But she was reading about, like, how to find your purpose and how to, direct your
Not get
life.
a job, though.
But that was, to that end, to find a job and, like, get her life together as a mortal person. And just happened to have the dream of stumbling into the Hollywood role.
Do you think her looks are natural, or do you think she uses witchcraft to make herself pretty?
She did mention that she wants to experience what it's like to have her hair be affected by the weather.
She did say that.
Can we have like a real conversation about so when she swipes her magical card,
her magic
tarot card that becomes a credit card.
Who gets ripped off? Is that money created in the system, and does the American economy get hurt? Does the company get ripped off?
This could explain why our dollar has gone down so much in value.
Because of the witches.
Somebody tell Trump. Build a magic wall.
That like a character within the first 5 minutes who like takes away someone's free will and then like commits fraud. Like, is still immediately established as our hero. I'm not like.
But doesn't that argue why she wants to get away from that life?
But she doesn't really.
She wants to.
But she's not.
But she wants to.
But she's not.
But she wants to.
But she's not.
Actually.
Hang on. We're getting to something.
Actually, it could be argued that life, if she had stuck with that life, it wouldn't have hurt our financial system because she'd be off in her nether region doing whatever she does.
She'd be off in her nether regions.
That's a different movie. What do you think about the first, back to how horrible the show would be, when they were first filming, they like filmed it like a TV, like a movie, where like just a short little bit, but it's in a studio audience, and that would be the worst taping to go to. Like, we're going to stop every 8 seconds, put something in somebody's hand.
Takes are so short.
Yeah.
Like, in the middle of, like, moments, too.
Yeah, they bump into each other, he falls down, the crowd erupts with laughter.
Quick! And
then the entire crew goes, yeah, great job, and you're wonderful, and while she sits on the sidelines.
She's having her My Fair Lady moment. Everyone is saying, congratulations, you did it, to Will Ferrell, and she's over here trying to assert her independence. It is a My Fair Lady journey to self-discovery and importance, Sam.
Okay.
And it would be a terrible, terrible TV show. The jokes are horrible.
The worst.
Quite terrible. And that's why she comes in to fix it. When she comes in and she, like, takes her stand and she argues for her part, and then the show starts to work.
That show does not, I guarantee
No.
It's not going to work.
Of the 2 episodes they filmed.
She was doing witchcraft on everyone to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, am I imagining this at the beginning, when she's talking to Michael Caine in Bed Bath & Beyond, she makes mention of, like, warlocks, like they're a thing.
They're terrible.
But okay, wait. What are?
That's what she says. They're all full of themselves, and they're all.
But what are warlocks? Are they?
They're the male witches.
Yeah.
But then Michael Caine identifies himself as a witch later.
Does he?
I think maybe in this world, it's slightly different. Where like the overarching term is witch.
Yeah.
And it just happens that instead, for a change, the male version gets its own word. Right? For a change. Finally.
The witch world has always been very female-centric.
That's right. Maybe that's it, because they're just a bit of work. So yes, let's pretend that that's the case, and not just poor continuity. No!
Loren just said it.
No! This was not just a paycheck for Nora Ephron, rest her soul.
And she did Sleepless in Seattle.
She's done many amazing things. I will admit this is not her best work.
But it's like 2 or 3.
It's up there.
How many things has she actually directed?
67.
That's a good question.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that she's...
So top 3 would be considerable.
Bobby, are you making up that number?
No, please do not check.
You might be. I feel like it's keeper of IMDb trivia.
It turns out 2 things.
I think I know the line you're talking about.
Yes.
Maybe I don't. But there is one line where she says, "We're at the Coffee Bean, and there's no solution."
That's
But
it.
that was a callback to something.
What
before,
was it?
Which I love. Earlier in the movie, she's
Refresh
like,
my memory.
I want to go out. I want to...
She directed 8 movies.
Let me do this right. I want to go out. I want to have friends. I want to sit at the Coffee Bean drinking coffee and discussing our problems with no solutions. And then later at the end, she's having that experience. She's like, no, you're right. We're at the Coffee Bean and there is no solution. It's a callback to like, this is the real life that she wanted. And
First
it
off,
hurts so hard.
That checks out. And
Yeah.
second
I'll
off,
give the movie-
oh my fucking god.
I'll give the movie credit for that, but I do not remember it. But
That's all right. I really enjoy the line, we're at Coffee Bean and there is no solution. And so I've made a point to remember.
hey guys, apparently finding an attractive young blonde in Hollywood who can act is impossible.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Wait, have you tried to cast something? Especially since they're going for an unknown, which is the specificity, and they warn
I
that that's going to be
suppose, but I
spoken.
mean, these women were.
They're all
Oh, so like
Awful.
no, yeah.
Oh,
no.
you were. It was
But if-
pneumonia brought on by Luke. Oh, sorry. We were talking about Nora Ephron and how she died, and it was actually, Bobby was saying it was pneumonia, but it was pneumonia brought on by acute.
Which is what I said.
My Lord Luke.
I
Oh,
said
Sam, I'm sorry.
No. Bobby said, whatever.
Welcome to the Hollywood Deathcast.
Welcome to what we talked about just before recording.
This is going to be our new segment.
And she directed 8 films, so it is not up there. It's probably
well, what else
number
has she directed?
52.
I mean, what else? Obviously, if you look at her writing career, which has been extensive
Yeah,
and
that's
brilliant, will be lower down the list. But as far as directing, where is the directing one? I'm done with it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Cut all this out.
directing.
What restaurant do they have toasters at the table?
I don't know. I want to go to that
go there,
restaurant. Let's find
That
it.
looked awesome.
I'm pretty sure that was with witchcraft, guys.
No, that's
no,
real.
every single table had a toaster
And
on
they-
it. I
I
liked.
know, yeah.
And they panned down from the name of the restaurant
And my-
in a
and my
very
thought-
LA pluggy way.
Panini, something like that.
Yeah,
My
it
thought
was
was, I
under
need to
the-
Google Bewitched shooting locations.
Yeah, it
on
was
Dump
under.
It.
Did you even look under? Yeah, it
look
was.
at that.
No, I didn't
It
look
has
under
the
Bewitched
address
shooting
of the house
locations.
too,
Oh, yeah.
under the
Okay.
filming location. So
Yeah, it definitely wasn't witchcraft because she was making a point. I think she was like, hey, here's a toaster. I'm going to toast lots of toast because there were like plates and plates of toast in front
And
of her.
it's probably she's never done toast
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
It's
Why
Why
the
weird.
opening
are we
And
not
also-
recording from there right now?
And as soon always should do on location. podcast
Somebody
recordings.
would make a ton of movie if
Okay.
they would.
Maybe
A ton
has
of money.
anyone been
A
to
ton of
Book
money.
Soup? I want to go to Book Soup.
I've been to Book Soup.
If somebody made a real Jackrabbit Slims, that would be so busy.
I'm so
so
sad it's
popular.
not.
Oh, the grocery store was in Torrance. It was
You're not cutting into Loren's.
Oh, I'm
trivia,
sorry.
are you?
No, I don't have that trivia.
Okay,
Filming
okay.
location.
You hear the surprise
It was
in
actually
my
on 190th and between Hawthorne and Anza, and there was a grocery store.
This has been the Torrance Minute.
That's right. I knew that grocery store. It's
the
not there
grocery
anymore.
store is not there anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
They
so you all
filmed
know.
Bewitched
Yeah.
there.
All your
Sorry.
film circles. What?
Oh, okay. Interiors. Pan's Restaurant. That's what
Let's
it's
go to
called.
Pan?
Let's go to Pan.
P-A-N-N apostrophe S.
Okay.
So it's not the goat god.
Oh my god, is it like Korean barbecue but with just carbs? You just order like what bread you
we
want?
go there?
It sounds great.
Why has this not happened yet, Sam?
Everyone loves to carbo load.
I'm looking it up, guys.
Go
I'm
run a
sorry. I'm
marathon.
sorry, everyone.
No,
oh
this
my
is
gosh.
important to know.
There's
not
a
that-
champagne brunch on the weekend. I'm so
Do they have the toasters at the table, though? That we have to know.
I'm giving it to you
Right
because this
now.
might be the best episode, the most productive episode
It's
we've ever had in
it's
this
brought us
podcast.
this, so we have to be grateful.
I don't know, guys. I don't trust myself. I might burn the toast or not leave it in long enough.
Toast is the best.
They could probably just bring you more bread. Oh my god.
We have a toaster
How
literally.
does this work? Are you on Yelp?
We have a toaster
No,
that's
no.
literally 20 feet away.
No,
We could just make
so much more fun.
Like a 20-year-old review
I never
of the
make toast
restaurant?
at home.
It's their website. I'm sorry. It's bad.
You guys, they don't have a very Pan. I'm sorry, you don't have a very good website.
But they do have a great movie presence.
in that they have a great presence in a movie,
Yeah.
not in a great movie.
They have scene stealer. It's like the way New York is like the fourth character in lots of
So
movies.
Pans is the fourth
Pans
character.
is the fourth character. And
I don't know. I think the tea leaf. Coffee Bean, whatever the Coffee Bean might be, the fourth
There
character.
is no solution.
Okay.
I'm honestly not done talking about pans. This sounds really great.
Well, Pulp Fiction was filmed there too.
That is Jack Rabbit Slim's?
No, it's the restaurant.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah.
But that's amazing too, really?
See?
Well, we have to go.
I remember thinking about that. Like, that's pretty cool.
Everyone's just talking about Pulp Fiction.
There were no toasters
Guys,
at
isn't
that.
Pulp Fiction a great movie?
Pulp Fiction's a wonderful movie.
I'm not a big fan. But that's like not my kind of movie, so.
This should be our next
really
April
good.
Fool's episode.
What's that?
Our next April Fool's episode.
No, I can't watch that movie again, honestly.
We can. Again and again and again and again and again.
Guys-
Laura, don't be a... Good podcast material.
You've got Talking Heads and She Was written down.
I really like that montage of when they're playing Talking Heads. She Was in the background of Isabel setting up her home and like playing with stuff, and I think it's charming and adorable.
Is that when she opens all the cans? Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Playing with her light dimmer, can't figure out the cable. Like,
the guy shows up and says, "I'm here to give you cable," and she's like, "I already got some."
It's classic comedy, and for like. You got a lot to get done with a little bit of time. You do montage. That's very successful.
You could see his reflection too when she took. He wasted no time. He was just like, "Oh, okay, you have a handful of cables in your hand. Good enough for me." He turned around and walked away.
They don't take any kind of time. If you take 2 seconds to answer your doorbell, they're gone.
We should watch the movie The Cable Guy because that is not true at all. They latch onto you.
They all do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's a documentary too, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I go into most movies assuming that they're documentaries. So.
Until they tell you otherwise, I see no reason not to. I kind of wished when they reveal the actress playing Endora, and he built her up.
Yes, they do have toasters on every table. I'm sorry. It took...
Laura's out
Pull
of the
up Pulp Fiction, Sam.
That's important, right? Everyone wanted to
That is very important. They were making such a build up. I actually expected them to say it's Shirley MacLaine as Endora, and I wish they would. I kind of wish.
I did too. I thought that was going to happen.
Yourself, and we all discovered Shirley MacLaine was a witch. That would actually be amazing.
As you were saying that, it got better and better. Right? Yeah.
That they want them to be real meta. Everyone should have been playing themselves.
And they really should. One of the initial ideas for the movie back like in the 90s when Penny Marshall was going to be the director of it was to have two different actors.
Would be fun.
It could be interesting. It would
be
before she went
different.
real crazy.
There's no crying in
the original idea was to have 2 actors playing Darren, and they were going to change out.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember when that was. I think Monica Potter would have been a good Elizabeth Montgomery or Samantha Stevens, I should say. Yeah, it'd been great.
And that would have been like the real meta if they did try to do something really weird. But way back then, I don't know if they would have been capable of that.
Just the idea of making the show a two-hander with, I guess not a two-hander, but like focusing on Darren, that is the worst idea. Uh-huh. The show is...
But like making Darren, making it a partnership, I think is necessary.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you could argue that that's a little bit the flaw of the original, it's like, why is she with Darren? Like, if you could actually make them both strong characters.
Why would she? If you and I will say, about it being an addiction, if you go like the first 30 plus years of your life being a witch, it would be hard to give up.
What?
And why would you?
More than anything else, more than sugar or carbs or cigarettes, like just everything is fixed in an instant. Yeah. But she doesn't like who she is when she does that. She wants the struggle because that's living. She is an outsider from our human experience, finding the beauty in the reality that we live and the pain and the struggle, and she like finds the beauty in that. And isn't that inspiring, Sam?
No.
Isn't that wonderful?
I want to be a witch.
Because
that's
the way
a
what she's saying is that our lives and all their complexity and pain and joy and sorrow, we are truly living them because we know consequence and we know.
But could he ever really trust her? I mean, what about what if it's witchcraft?
Could Darren ever trust Samantha?
Yeah, actually, because I think they had chemistry together, and Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman don't have any.
But
chemistry.
she loves him, and when he sweats, she thinks it's so great.
That's the only thing. But then that gets old really fast, honey, really fast. Trust me.
She thinks he's funny and sweet.
That's not commentary on my relationship. I'm just wanting to put that full disclosure out there.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go wait in the car outside.
Just like the jokes get old really fast too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby.
That was about my relationship.
I stopped listening to Laura. That's what I have to do to survive.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing...
This is the Awkward Silence podcast.
I was trying to remember that. I love the idea with the rewinding technology that she has, that you can just, I didn't like what I did, I'm just going to redo it. That you can murder your enemies and then just rewind it real fast.
That was kind of great.
Drops a lighting rig onto Will Ferrell's
Oh my god.
soon-to-be ex-wife. And then but like, how satisfying. I hate you, I'm going to murder you, I'll undo it because I know that's wrong.
The build up to her, maybe I just read that scene wrong. The reveal that his ex-wife is a bitch was, like, a little bit backwards, because, like, she shows up and is, like, I guess kind of passive-aggressive, but, like, pretty much nice to Isabel, and then Isabel's like, ugh, she's after my man because she's married to him, and then, like, drops a light fixture on her, and then, like, when she meets up with Will Ferrell, we realize, like, oh, she's actually, like, an asshole, but, like...
But we know all the bad things about her. We know that
it was just plain jealousy, in other words.
But we knew that she'd split up with him for the abs with a face or whatever.
We knew his side of the story.
Oh, that's true. But it is a romantic comedy, so his side is all that matters.
Back to the rewinding thing. I have 2 things. One, why would it say rewind on the screen?
Does it say rewind on the screen?
Yeah, it's got the little arrows, which,
that's fun.
If it was through her eyes, okay, sure. But it's from the viewer's eyes. And second, it's a little bit too much like Superman the movie, where, like, what's the point of anything if she can just rewind and redo it?
So you missed that Superman the movie is flawed.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of flaws in Superman. I love Superman the movie, but, yeah.
So this movie is from the point of view of someone watching a remake of the Bewitched show while suffering a mental breakdown.
Maybe it's from the point of view of the omniscient Ministry of Magic that can see what people are doing and what magic they're doing.
Is this evidence of her
they're
trial?
trying to determine if she is guilty of breaking like cardinal laws in the wizarding world, and so they're watching her whole journey with this man and just reviewing it. You're right, for their ultimate judgment.
There's a lot to unpack. It's a movie with layers.
It's exciting. It's like Shakespeare, where you get this source material and you can do so much with it.
But whatever you do, your remake of Bewitched must be set in the same time period as the original. Unlike Shakespeare, do not take any creative leaps with your remake of the actual show itself.
I'm disappointed Dr. Bombay wasn't represented.
That sounds very good.
I am almost positive that some suit from the studio was like, voicing your exact same opinion, and Nora was like, please God, no. Like, not another one.
Now, I don't remember this character, but my assumption is super racist?
No.
What?
He was just some British guy.
He was just a British guy.
Yeah,
was he a tanned British guy?
Yeah, sometimes.
Was he an Asian British guy?
He did a lot of traveling, and he was often pulled from exotic locales.
Was he an Asian British guy?
No, he was just...
What's his last name, Dr. Bombay?
Magic?
Okay. Wait, is he magic? Is he a
he was a doctor. He's a
wizard doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
That sounds amazing.
First off, witch or warlock, no wizards.
No, hell.
Yeah.
All right.
Wizards.
And I mean, can't they all be doctors? I mean,
no, he specialized in
what?
In witch
Maybe
medicine.
This movie needed a conflict.
He was a witch doctor.
Not Will Ferrell's
can
ex-wife.
get a different kind of sick than others.
Yeah, there was the one where Samantha got all these spots on her face, like green spots, and then I think there were checkers and stuff. So he had to heal that, and he was not a great doctor.
Yeah, we needed a conflict in this movie. There needed to be more of a conflict. That's what
Voldemort.
we needed. Yeah, Voldemort.
I mean, it was a
Wait, hang on. This is the Laura Says Voldemort podcast. Go!
How do you say it?
I don't... Tell me.
Voldemort?
He who must not be named.
Is this a thing?
It is now.
amazing. Penguins?
No one help her.
I'm just gonna look it up, guys. I have my phone.
Okay.
Hang on. Let her look it up and then we're gonna convene in 1 minute.
Just stick with he who must not be named.
I like that.
Yeah.
But how many romantic comedies have that? Like, I mean, it's a romantic journey, and so the conflict is, do I tell him who I am or not, and will he reject me? Like, I feel like in the low stakes of a lot of romantic movies, that's not unheard of as being the big point.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm loath to look this up because Laura's looking it up, or to bring this up. But it's time. Yeah, I want to hear how she says it, and then it's going to be time for Bobby and Laura to discuss gender politics in the movie we just watched.
I got the eye of the tiger.
Susan B. Anthony was on the dollar coin for a reason.
Stop objectifying me.
Gloria Steinem.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Equal rights amendment was never ratified.
Rosie the Riveter.
Oh my God, Bobby, shut up.
Rosie the Robot.
Who's gonna make me my sandwich?
My body, my choice.
Blatant. Susan B. Anthony was taken off the dollar for a reason.
Beyonce.
But first, this is Laura Says He Who Must Not Be Named's name.
I'm very curious to see how Laura's searching for.
Right, because this is taking a long time.
She's looking at IMDb and
she's trying to remember. She's trying to figure out which movie he appeared in.
She did start with Sorcerer's Stone.
Wait, do you like Harry Potter?
Yeah, she started Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, did she? Yeah.
So you do like Harry Potter? Okay, cool. So it's not.
So you don't realize that he comes in Goblet of Fire.
Voldemort. Right?
Try. Give it one more try.
Voldemort.
I want that to be my ringtone.
Right. How would you say it?
Voldemort.
How would I say
say
it? It's Voldemort in the movies, but then J.K. Rowling has said it's Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Really? Is Lestrange still right?
Yes.
No, I reject that.
Bellatry.
Lestrange. It should be French. It should be French. Voldemort? Okay, I'll allow that. But I will still say
if you listen to the
Lestrange.
audiobooks, it's Voldemort.
And it's Hermione, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Hermione.
It's Airy. I know it's Airy.
Airy.
When Hagrid says I told you this the other day, for some reason I was, I think somebody had said Hagrid and I pictured him as Hodor. And so then I think I want somebody to redub all the Harry Potter movies where all Hagrid says is Hagrid over and over and over again. Anyway, you guys, discuss the gender politics in this.
This movie, Bobby.
Okay, so like there's the initial thing where, I mean, Isabel's just horny and needs any dude. And then she gets obsessive about the dude, which is kind of like a trope in romantic comedies, but I mean, it's not worse than like any of the other movies we've done, really. No. I don't really have any problem with the gender stuff in this.
Ooh, you guys are really tearing into each other.
I expected Laura to tear me apart on that one.
I did have a little bit of a problem with their reboot of Bewitched when she had no speaking roles, and she was perfectly fine with that at first. She was like, "Yeah, I'm fine with it," and then she started realizing, like, the reason when she gets upset at him is when she overhears him saying something about her and how, you know, like, he doesn't like her and thinks that she's a terrible actor, and so then she gets mad, and so it's like in that part there's like a weird gender dynamic. There are weird gender dynamics, and also.
But the point of view of the movie is never that she should feel okay with that. The point, I mean, the movie's definitely not.
But I mean, but she does go like crazy over him, and she never quite regains that stature of like, no, I'm okay with myself. Like, the whole point of the movie is her coming to Earth, whatever, the mortal world, and she's, you know, trying to find a guy. I mean, she's not just happy with herself, she's trying to find someone else, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, how else is she supposed to have worth, though?
Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but say goodbye to Bobby. This is the end of him right now.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I mean, I think it has some issues. Maybe not, like, it's not the main problem of the movie, but there are some big issues in the overall story.
Did she, and this is just my bad memory, was that a thing? That, like, I know she wanted to be in the human world, but was it that she wanted a man too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was part of it. Okay. But I mean, don't we all want to be loved? Don't we all want to
No, not really.
Her mission statement was like, I no longer want to be special, also men. Yeah. Which I think, you know, it's a positive message to send out into the...
Cool. Hey, Loren. It's time for IDoBM IMDb Trivia TM.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
gonna
Lauren
say
saw
that-
Hamilton, and I'm sorry, spoilers, but she has a picture
Hamilton
of
dies. Very close.
the theater on her phone, and she's like bragging, like she wore
I
a
was
t-shirt
curious,
the other
like,
day.
why is this coming up right now? Oh, because
She always bragged
I'm
about
pulling
that
it up.
last episode.
I already know that the first bit of IMDb trivia is going to be that in the movies, it's pronounced Voldemort.
It's pronounced Isabelle. What was her last name?
Bigelow.
Bigelow.
Which is a really unattractive last name, in my
It's
opinion.
Isabel Bigelow, too. Is a
Bigelow,
mouthful.
I think Billy Bigelow, and I think, you beat your wife.
I think
All
of
right.
Catherine Bigelow, the great female director of our
I think
time.
of the other comedic
She-
gems
producer.
around that time, right? Deuce
Oh, no.
Bigelow, male gigolo.
Yeah, there's another one. Bigelow's just a bad name to have. You
Isn't
beat
that
your
a-
wife, and you are gross.
Isn't that a tea brand, too?
Bigelow tea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bigelow.
it is.
There you go. So, see, plenty of positive representation. Deuce Bigelow and tea.
I forget about Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine
so I feel bad about her. She's very,
I
very
was
good.
joking, because Deuce Bigelow is not the best representation of the name.
No.
And male gigolo is redundant anyway.
What about Fred Garvin, male prostitute?
Well, that's
Is that okay?
that's not redundant. What do you got?
All right, so this was the first movie that Nicole Kidman's two youngest daughters were able to see with her in it. The first thing that was appropriate to them. But because of their young age, they actually believed that she was able to perform magic tricks, and they were very sad when they realized that it was all a terrible lie.
Us too.
We've all agreed how great Kristen Chenoweth was in this. All of us.
No.
And her part was actually written specifically for her because Nicole Kidman so much enjoyed her as Glinda in Wicked.
Oh.
And that is true, even though Wicked is flawed. That Kristen
It's
Chenoweth
too
is
bad
always
that
amazing.
Kristen Chenoweth wasn't a witch in the movie, because she would have been a
Oh,
fun
fun.
witch.
But she's so cute in everything she does. That
She's so tiny.
Yeah, I
She
agree.
has a little voice.
and hilarious. Let's see. After Isabel tells Jack that she's a witch, he asks, "Am I going to get pregnant? Because I cannot afford to get pregnant right now." It's actually a callback to an episode where Andorra cast a spell on Darren to give him the symptoms of pregnancy when Samantha was pregnant at that time, or something like that. And so there were other little ones like that where there were really specific references to stuff
fun.
from the show. Like when Uncle Arthur is driving Darren and he says, "Wait, you can't drive, you're a terrible driver." He says, "No, that wasn't me anyway, it doesn't matter." That was a reference to during the show, Paul Lynde played a driving instructor and then later came on to play Uncle Arthur.
That's amazing that
Which
they
is-
expected us to
Yeah,
get
I
these
know,
40-year-old
right?
references.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you're meant to. Like, they're in there as just little, like, if you catch them, good for you. But, like, wow, that's specific.
But I mean, those lines are like really
big
like
lines.
That last one
They are very
especially.
obscure.
if you
That's
don't
true.
know, you go like, wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Huh.
Let's see what else I had. There's some interesting early roles. Nicole Kidman was told not to twitch her nose until the movie was released. Because that was apparently what was going to get everyone in the theater. It's like, oh, we want to see how she does the nose twitch. Which, as you know, it's a seminal part of the film itself.
That's in the promo material too.
Is it really?
Yeah, I remember it being in the trailers.
Silly.
Well, that's because she actually ended up doing it on Friday Night with Jonathan Ross because he would not stop pounding her.
Oh, really?
And so after that, I'm sure they're like, well, screw it.
Ruined the whole movie.
Stupid Jonathan
And that's
Ross.
why the movie tanked.
And then I think the last thing I have was just the fun looking back at what could have been in the original, when they were running it in 1993, Penny Marshall being attached to direct. Her cast that she had included Meryl Streep as Samantha, Barry Humphries in his Dame Edna persona as Endora,
That would have been interesting.
Robin Williams as Uncle Arthur, Shelley Winters as Gladys Kravitz, and then she had Jerry Seinfeld and Billy Crystal alternating scenes as Darren Stevens, in a nod to the recasting from the original.
That's fun.
It is a weird cast.
Did this movie make money?
That wasn't included in the IMDb trivia.
We'll have
I'm
to.
legitimately curious if
How,
it did.
how does one determine that?
I'm going to
Ask Siri.
Box Office
And then
Mojo.
Siri,
would-
how much?
Oh.
bottom it has
It's interesting that, like, this is legitimately, like, an attempt at doing, like, a a reboot or a remake of like an older nostalgic property, but I feel like all the reboots and remakes we're getting now are way more recent than this, and it's only 11 years later.
So the budget was $85 million, and worldwide gross about $129 million.
Okay.
So a little bit. Definitely one of
Really?
those
Because that's
things.
interesting. This lifetime gross on Box Office Mojo says $63 million.
As budget or as gross?
Lifetime
you
gross. Yeah.
Is that international or?
I don't know.
That's weird. IMDb and Box Office Mojo.
So it wasn't
there.
super successful.
No.
But I'm sure the way,
Yeah.
I have 66 as non-US.
Okay, that must be it. I'm a little disappointed that when they showed the opening, we should probably be closing up here. But when they showed the opening, the animated opening of the new one, it was all Darren, and then you don't even see. They didn't
Well,
even.
that was the point.
I know, but I wanted to see an animated version of Nicole Kidman as.
Oh, like they
Stevens.
corrected it later. Like
I
we
wanted
see
to.
the right
I wanted to
version.
see it.
That would've
Yeah.
been good.
How is that not the closing credits? Also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fun.
yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously the point when they did the original was like, they're trying to cut out her part, and so there's smoke blocking out her face, we never see her.
I thought that was
Which
kind of
was.
You're right, they should have had the corrected version
Yeah,
later.
I agree.
Oh well. Maybe it's in the bonus features of the DVD that none of us have. Okay, let's do the movie we wish we'd seen. Speaking of what could have been.
Ugh, this movie is crap. I could write a better movie in my sleep.
And now, IDoBM presents the movie we'd wish we'd seen.
I really want to see the world where they come from, the witches come from. That's what I want to see. I think that would be a lot of fun. And also, who plays her mom? Like, her mom is not in the movie at all. And they mention her, but I don't know.
Just setting up for a sequel.
I feel like her dad, it was like very much her dad from the series, Maurice, and Endora was obviously Endora. So I think they were only taking characters from the show, and since there was only one mom in the show, there would only be one mom in the movie. So maybe that's why they didn't do it. But
That sounds like that makes sense.
yeah, that's just a guess. How about you, Loren?
I have two. I would, as boring as it seems, I would like to see just the straight up movie version of the Bewitched show. That seems pretty basic, but I'd be curious to see that. I think that'd be fun, just trying to do it sincerely and fun. And then also at the same time, I want to see the crazy meta version with the two Darrens and the weird references.
As for mine, I'll do two too. One, better than this would just be any 5 episodes from the old series. And then, at the end of the movie, he says to you, "I love you, Samantha." And she goes, "Samantha?" And he goes, "Oh, Isabel." And then she says, "I love you, Darren." And then they go to this house, and she, puts the tree in the yard, and then next door, they're the Kravitzes. Clearly, this is fulfilling his sick fantasy recreation of the series, because he did mention that he's obsessed with the series. So I want to see their life when they are they, and maybe this goes into the remaking of the show. Are they living out episodes from their life, or are they just living out life as Samantha and Darren Stevens? And I want to see that. I think that would be cool. How about you, Bobby?
That would be weird.
Wouldn't it?
I like that one.
And then does she go crazy eventually and go no, I can't have this anymore.
That gets into weird, dark comedy horror stuff.
Because and if you're on my point of view, which is that Uncle Arthur is just a figment of his imagination, he is clearly obsessed with Bewitched. If it's magic, then it could go either way. But anyway.
Mine isn't so much like a alternate version of what I'd want to see, but I wish that the kind of the groundwork for the magic had been laid out more deliberately and more carefully, just so we had a better idea of what the magical rules in this universe were. Not necessarily as far as Samantha's abilities, but why characters from what this world's relationship with the old TV show is, why characters in the old show are dropping in. I'd just preferably not have characters from the old show drop in the real universe, but that's
without good reason, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so who wants to discuss things that need no defense?
Oh, I have a couple of good ones. So if you guys have Amazon Prime, I would totally check out their shows that they have. Catastrophe is a really, really good show, and it has 2 seasons, and they're really short. They're 6 episodes each season, and it's really good. And they're very Rob Delaney and Sharon. What's her last name? Sharon something. They're in it, and I'm finding her last name right now, but it's really good.
I hope it's Voldemort.
Also, Mozart in the Jungle is so good, and I have watched that one. Has 10 episodes, but oh my gosh, Gael Garcia Bernal is like my celeb crush, like majorly. Sorry, Bobby.
It's okay.
Not really.
We're both vaguely ethnic, so.
Oh yeah. Sharon Horgan. So she's really good. So anyway.
Is it okay if I piggyback on that?
Just
because, also, if you have Amazon Prime, you should watch a show that is on FX called The Americans. And it is a fantastic show anyway. Like, the first 3 seasons are amazing. They're currently about halfway through season 4 on FX right now. It is remarkable. It is so I don't want to get into details about it because it gets into spoiler country, but it's about these Russian spies who are living in America and being spies, and there's action and intrigue and sex and heartache and all sorts of things. Whoa. And it's a wonderful show. It's might be the best drama on TV right now. And I say that I watch maybe like 5% of the dramas on TV, but I'm going to say it right now. With 5% of the votes in, best drama on TV.
90% of the shows Sam watches on TV is the best part of the show.
Shut up. That's not necessarily true. Okay.
Well, you stole my thunder because I was going to shock you by saying that I was going to recommend The Americans because I've been watching it with Sam, and he's been trying to get people to watch the show for years, and I can concur with him absolutely that as an impartial witness, not just trying to make him love me, that it is actually a really good show.
Yay.
And at the same time, I would myself like to say no defense is required for the Comedy Bang Bang Tour they are doing right now, and this is a shocking move, plugging another podcast, but who cares? We're ourselves. And
we like to help out scrappy, smaller
podcasts.
They're up and coming.
But like, if you have the Howl app that they don't shut up about, you can listen to the whole tour, and I have actually been listening to every one of the episodes, all 22 stops.
The Widow Howl app?
Under the Widow Howl app. And it's been really good. It's Lauren Lapkus and Paul Tompkins are on the road with him. They have special guests, and it's been fantastic. It's like you cut out all the lesser episodes of the show with the people you care less about, and you just have the best characters.
I was going to say, you don't have episodes with, and then I was going to say somebody, but most everyone that they have on I like. So anyway.
Yeah. I have 2 that are kind of Bewitched related. I think, because we were talking about, playing to Will Ferrell's strengths. And a movie that came out a year after this that I think really does kind of showcase Will Ferrell's acting talent is Stranger Than Fiction. Yay. Which, like, I feel is a movie that kind of got swallowed up. Like, no one really talks about Stranger Than Fiction anymore, but I really like that movie.
Such a good movie.
It is good.
Yeah. And then Kristen Chenoweth and Magic made me think of Pushing Daisies, which is a really great show. If you haven't watched Pushing Daisies, your life is a little bit emptier for that.
Oh, how do you get through the day?
Yeah.
People have so much TV to watch now after this episode.
Yeah. Yes, if you did your back-to-back Americans and Pushing Daisies, you would have a weird night.
Yeah, but it would end on a high note.
And on Pushing Daisies.
Yeah. I'm not going to plug anything personal. Anyone else have something to plug? I will say, go to our Facebook and our website.
Our new
Bobby, what's the website again?
IDoBMpodcast.com.
And check our Twitter. Email us at indefensiveadmovies@gmail.com.
And if anyone wants to, I know we've been kind of throwing this out to some of our friends who have said that they want to defend a movie. please email us at our email address, and we'll, totally schedule you in and figure out something.
If we like you, and
if you will.
If you find our rampant abuse enjoyable, please come on the show.
We say that now because it's pretty much our friends and family that listen. If our audience, if the radius of our audience grows, we reserve the right to rescind this offer.
But if you have any suggestions for movies that you think one of us might like, that might be good for defense.
I probably won't like it though. So
yeah, we can totally agree with that.
Laura doesn't like anything. So.
Yeah. So all right, that should do it. Thanks.
Oh, we didn't go around asking who liked it.
Yeah. Loren, you liked it, huh?
I do like it. I absolutely know it's a flawed movie. It is far from one of her best. But when I remember seeing it the first time, I was just charmed by it and thought it was cute and sweet. And it's a lot of great people. And I think that it is fun. And I have a good time watching it. And I respect that they tried to do something ambitious. Even if it doesn't always work, they did try to just not do a straight Bewitched remake. They tried to do something fun and unique.
Now, Laura, you don't like anything, so...
Yeah, no, sorry. No, not even a witch could make me fall for this movie. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to use Bobby's humor, in case you didn't notice. Bobby's humor? Not really funny, so...
I'm a very, very serious person.
No, I don't know. Somewhere, halfway through the movie, it fell apart for me. But, yeah, I think I listed all my problems with the movie in it, so...
Cool. How about you, Bobby?
I mean, okay. I was pretty hard on this, but, I didn't mean to say hard on.
Oh my god.
And I'm done.
I held my tongue.
I saw Sam
Bobby
flinch.
had something else.
Alright. I need to get now. There are a lot of moments of this movie that I found to be, very pleasant and very charming, and I was entertained through a lot of it, even though this movie is just constantly unraveling and falling apart. So, I don't know if I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd recommend it. It's if you had if you took a bite of an ice cream sandwich and it was really good, and then it immediately started melting all over your hands. And you're trying to take, I don't know. That's a terrible metaphor.
No, you keep going.
Okay. So it keeps melting, and so you have to keep trying to take bites, or you're licking it off of your fingers, and you get the taste of the ice cream sandwich, and it's a really good ice cream sandwich, but you don't know if it necessarily succeeds at being an ice cream sandwich because it doesn't hold together. And so if someone said, should I buy this ice cream sandwich? I don't know that you would say, yes, you should buy this ice cream sandwich because it's a mess, but, it tasted good while you could get a few bites.
Well, it took you an hour 40 to eat this ice cream sandwich, so maybe that's why it was so melting.
I think that's a great analogy.
I really like Bobby's description, and I might agree with that. I like a lot of the supporting performances, so it might be worth watching it just for that. That's about it, though. Yeah, it's story-wise, it doesn't super work.
Jason Schwartzman's in this movie.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about him.
That's true.
And he also is a creator of Mozart in the Jungle. So there's my correlation. End note.
Oh, shoot. That's right. I was going to recommend Moon because he briefly watches a little bit of Bewitched and thing. That was a pretty good movie, too. But it wasn't as good as The Americans Is a Show. All right. Anything else I forgot?
I think I ended it right there.
All right. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Voldemort out.
Oh my god, I'm going to kill Bobby. Okay, bye.
From 2016.